Hi ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's your girl Owamie, and welcome back to another episode of To Hell and Back. Now, I know that you guys have been asking about the clothes, all the outfits that I've been wearing on this series. They are sponsored by FS Emporium. I'm going to leave her link in the description box down below, and you can actually go to Instagram and find her. She makes some beautiful pieces. And I also do want to say that we are also sponsored by Mano Studios. So if you want to come and shoot here, you actually can. I am also going to leave their Instagram handle in the description box down below, so you can go ahead and contact them and make the things that needs the pots to be done. But anyway, just today we have got the gorgeous Afroed Mandy. Hi Mandy, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You're so beautiful. You're making me miss my hair.
Thank you, thank you.
Honestly, you're
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Thank you.
Welcome to Helen Beck.
Thank you for inviting me. Actually, thank you for accepting my invitation. Okay,
Yeah.
kind of. I think.
Yeah, no, definitely when I heard the brief of your story, I was definitely touched, and I was like, I think that this is a story that we should definitely get it out there.
Yes.
So just to start, maybe just go ahead and introduce yourself, and just a little bit of your background, your upbringing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. My name is Mandy Mtembu. I was born in Zimbabwe, from Plumtree actually. I think people know the place. I'm 32 years old, and I have a daughter who's 16 years old.
Okay. Yeah. So did you grow up in Zimbabwe or did you grow up in South Africa?
Both sides,
Both.
because my dad used to work here and my mom.
Okay.
So I grew up with my grandmother. Actually, both my grandparents, my dad's parents, actually. Yeah. So my grandmother passed away. I think I was 7 years old. So
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, actually, I miss her.
Is it?
Yeah, she was someone who was close to my heart. So she passed away, and we moved because we used to stay far away from my grandmother's paternity home. So we moved to my grandmother's. Around 10 years old, my dad got married to my aunt, which is my mom's half-sister.
Okay.
Yes.
So wait, was your dad and your mom separated at that
No.
time? So your dad had two wives now, who they were sisters.
Sisters.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The situation, I think my situation started there when my aunt used to abuse my mom in front of us. And I remember I was doing grade 8. So I was in the middle of my exams. I went home because we used to take a break around, let's say maybe around 1 to 2. So by that time, lunchtime, I would go home because it was about 5 minutes away from school. So I went home on that day. When I got home, I found my mom sitting, looking on the other side. So she was holding my young brother, because we are 4, 3 sisters and then 1 brother who's turning 21 this December.
Okay.
So my young brother was like 1 year, 2 months. So when I got home, my mom said, are you back? I said, yes, I'm back. Then she said, listen, sit down. I want to talk to you about something. And I was like, what's wrong? And I can see that she's not herself. And my aunt was busy running up and down, and she was actually kind of ignoring me. Then I said to my mom, what's going on? She said, your grandfather, her father, your grandfather is calling me. Remember, I never met my grandfather.
Your grandfather passed away?
Yes.
Okay.
So she said, your grandfather is calling me. And I said, but how? Because my grandfather passed away. What are you talking about? She said, no, I think you should take care of your sisters. It's time for me to go and meet my father. And I was like, but I'm still young. How can I take care of my siblings while I'm still young?
How old were you at that time?
I was 14.
Okay.
So I stood up and then I said, okay, let me go and finish my exams. Then I went back to school, and I remember one of my teachers who used to teach me computer science. Then he said to me, are you okay? I said, yes, I'm fine, but there's a situation back at home. So I don't know how to handle it because my mom is kind of sick. I don't know what's going on. Then he said, rather go back home. Then you finish your studies next day. I said, okay, it's fine. I can finish my studies and then go back home. Around 4 o'clock, we knocked off from school. Then I went back home. On my way, I was checking the coast, you see, to see if there's like people crying or, because she said she's leaving. So definitely if someone passed away, then people will start crying, and they'll gather together to pay their respect. So I went back home, but what I saw is that all the kids from school, they were like watching a movie. So I said, okay, what's going on here? So I went back home. I got home, and my mother was shouting, calling names, saying, come and fetch your dogology, kind of. So you want me dead? You are killing me for my hard work. So why are you doing this to me? Leave me alone. So she was like kind of losing her mind. Then my father's uncle came. Then they called my dad, because my dad was here in South Africa. Then they called him. They said, okay, we have a situation right now. What should we do? Then my father said, there's a money that I always keep for in case if something happens. So they took my mom. The only pain that I saw was when they tied my mom, like her hands and feet. And another thing that pains me is to see my young brother, because he was young, very young, looking at my sisters, and I was like, okay, now I have to face the situation. I'm the older one, and my young sisters are crying, and my dad is not there to support us. So we left with my aunt, who used to abuse us, who used to abuse my mom. So,
is that the aunt that also got married to your father?
yes.
Okay.
My mom's young sister,
Yeah.
actually my mom's half sister.
Yeah.
I did take care of my young sisters. I remember carrying a 20-liter bucket every day, maybe like 2-3 times a day, to have water at home.
How young were your siblings?
My other siblings, second sibling, she was, I don't know, maybe 12, 11.
Okay. Yeah.
And the other one was like 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started to act if I was like old enough to take care of myself. So at school, you know, peer pressure and stuff. So people were having boyfriends and everything. So I remember I had a friend. So there's this guy, my baby daddy. So he started flirting with me, and my friends were like, oh, give him a chance, stuff like that. So we had a point whereby we are now an item. But I didn't know all the things that like girlfriend and boyfriend do. The only thing that I knew by that time was to send, like we used to write letters to each other, and I will write my letter and send my friend to give him. He will also write the letter and give his friend to come and give it to me. So we used to do that. So what happened after, I think, 4 months, I remember it was around August, then he went back home, because during August time, it's school holidays, like a month period. So he said, will you come and visit me? So he was staying about an hour drive away from where we used to study. So I took a taxi. Actually, I lied because my mom was back at home. So she wasn't herself. You can tell something went wrong. So I told my mom I had an assignment that I had to finish. So I'm going to meet a friend. So I'll be back around 4. So my mom said, okay, it's fine. If it's schoolwork, it's okay. You can go. So I took my books and take a taxi to my boyfriend's place. When I got there, the guy was dodgy. He was all over the place. And he knew that, because we had an agreement, that around 4 o'clock I have to go back home. So by that time, he was up and down. Like, you can tell that he was up to something. So 4 o'clock came and passed. Then I was like, now I won't have a transport to go back home. So what I should do is to ask, because there was a lady who used to work there. So I said, okay, I'll ask this lady to sleep with her, because I was still a virgin. So I went to the lady. I said, okay, you know what? I'm not ready with all of this. So can I please sleep with you, share a room with you? She said, no problem. Then she went to my boyfriend and said, okay, your girlfriend said she'd rather spend the night with me than with you. Then the boyfriend came to me and said, if you are dating this lady, you sleep with her. But if you are dating me, you sleep with me. So I said, okay, I'd rather go and sleep with the lady, because I'm not comfortable with this. Then when I went back to the lady said, no, I can't sleep with you. I can't share a room with you, because your boyfriend will be angry at me. So rather go and face the consequences. So that was when I went and slept with him. Unfortunately, that's where I got pregnant. I left early in the morning. I got home around 5. So my mom was still sleeping. I went to another room and I pretended that I came late actually. So my mom was like, where did you sleep? I said, no, I slept here. I came around 8 and you were sleeping. So I didn't want to disturb you. That was my defense. December time came. So usually my dad will come around December time to spend Christmas with us. So he came. When he came, he was like, can I see your books? Because he normally do that. So I gave him my books. He was like, okay, you are doing okay. So other day, I remember my boyfriend went back home. So he used to call me. So I saved his number by his name. So unfortunately, I went outside to play with my siblings. My mom is back, and her sister is back as well. So 2 wives are at home, and I'm with all my siblings. So the guy called, and I was outside. My dad was inside the house. My dad picked the call, and he said, okay, who's this? Unfortunately, when the guy called, my dad held the phone without saying anything. So the guy said, babe. So now he has to explain.
Who is babe?
Who's babe? Is he referring to one of his wives? So he was forced to tell the truth. So he said, no, I was calling Mindy. So my dad was like, what's going on? I said, no, I don't know the guy. Maybe he was referring to someone, not me. Then he said, you know what, I will leave for about 10 to 20 minutes. And if you know that you know the guy, you should know that there will be hell to pay. So my dad used to beat me. So I was like, you know what, I can't stand this. So let me pack my bags and leave. I think it was around 4 p.m. So I packed my clothes inside my school bag, and my school books were inside. I remember telling my mom that, Mama, I'm leaving. And the first thing that my mom did was to kneel down and cry and pray. And that was my last day to be with my mom.
This is when you were 14 years old?
14 years, yes.
Okay.
I left, and it was hot on that day, very hot. I remember I wasn't wearing anything on my feet, so I was walking on barefoot. I took a walk about 4 to 5 hours alone.
Okay.
So I decided to go to my aunt's place, my father's young sister.
Okay.
So I didn't call her, I just left because I knew the place. So I took a walk around about 4 to 5 hours. And I think I got to other village around 8 p.m. at night. And remember, from home to that village, there were no other homes and everything. It was just a bush. So what happened, I'll walk maybe about an hour and sit down and pray. And I'll also take a walk around about maybe 2 hours and sit down and pray until I go to the other side. Then when I got there, I asked other lady, and I said, you know what, I have a problem. I need to go and see my aunt, but I can't keep on going. I'm tired. So can I sleep here, spend the night here? She was like, okay, it's okay.
So this was a stranger?
Yes, a stranger.
Okay.
So then she took me in. The next morning, I took a taxi. I didn't have money, and I didn't knew that my mom put some cash inside my bag.
Okay.
So I took a taxi, and when I was on my way to my aunt's place, the taxi driver was like, can you pay? And I was like, no, my aunt will pay. I was lying. My aunt will pay because I don't have money. So we got there. It's like a small township. So they said, okay, go and call your aunt. That's where I ran off. So I just disappeared, and I went to my aunt's place. So I called my aunt this very same day. When I got there, I explained that I had a fight with my dad. So I'm here to stay for some time, because I didn't knew that I was pregnant. I think I was almost 5 months pregnant.
Okay.
So my aunt came after 2-3 days. She came back and she was like, okay, it's okay, I'll talk to my brother. I remember her calling my dad, and she explained that, no, if you don't want her, it's fine, I will take care of her. Because she didn't know that I was pregnant. I will take care of her, I will send her to school, it's okay. Then my dad was like, if anything happens to her, then it's all
On you.
So don't ever call me, don't explain anything. So after I think a week, then my aunt came to me and say, will you please take off your clothes? I want to see something. So I took off my clothes, and she was like, do you know that you're pregnant? I was like, how? Then she asked me, are you seeing someone? I said, yes, I have a boyfriend. Then she said, okay, did you sleep together? I said, yeah. He kind of forced me to sleep with him only once. So she said, when was it? The time when you sleep with him? I said, okay, it was August, so which means I'm 5 months pregnant. So she said, okay, let's call your father again. She called my father, and my dad was like, you know what, this is bullshit. I don't want to see her again. I don't want anything to do with her. So what you should do, you should take her to the guy who impregnated her, and you should communicate with her in-laws. Tell them that they should take care of her and the baby, so I don't want her anymore here. So I can't take care of someone's wife. So my aunt was forced actually to take me to my in-laws. So we went there. when we got there were two ladies, actually grown ladies. I didn't know them. So they introduced themselves and said they were my boyfriend's aunts.
Okay.
So my aunt told them that she was sent by my dad to drop me there. So that was actually when they called me daughter-in-law. My dad was like, the only thing that you should do is to pay whatever amount that I need. So he asked for the amount of money. My father-in-law paid that amount. So I was officially
Married.
their daughter-in-law,
Yeah.
Makoti. So I gave birth in 2008, around May. So, and my so-called husband was here in South Africa already.
So you are now married, which means that now you're staying at your boyfriend's place, and your boyfriend is here in South Africa. Who are you staying with?
I'm staying with his aunt.
One or both the aunts?
No, only one.
Only one.
Yes.
So his mom and his dad?
They passed away, actually.
At that time?
Yeah, because no, ukhuliswe ngubaba omncane.
Okay.
Is uncle.
Yeah, is the one that raised him. So is the uncle the one that
who helped me?
Okay,
actually, yeah.
okay,
So
okay.
he was my father-in-law.
Okay, I understand.
When I gave birth, around December, my daughter, I think she was 7 months. So I got a call from my so-called husband. He said, you know what, I won't have time to come back home. So rather go and fix your papers and come this side. So I went and fixed my papers, my passport and everything. So I came to South Africa, 2009?
Okay.
No, actually 2008. So I stayed here in South Africa 2009 and then 2010. Around this time when I was here, he was treating me well. He was also there for his daughter. So we started planning on how to build our home. So we bought material and everything, property and stuff together.
How old was he? What's the age difference between
4 years.
4 years older?
Yes.
Okay.
So I went back home alone in 2010. I went to build our home while he was here working. So he used to send stuff that I need back at home. So 2010 it was okay, and he was also behaving as a normal person. Around 2011, December, he came back home. My daughter was like 3 years. So when he came, his attitude was something else. And I remember 2 days after he came, I got a call from another woman. She said to me, can I please talk to your husband? And I was like, who are you? She said, no, I'm just a friend. And I was like, a friend? Okay. Then I gave him the phone. I heard the conversation that they had because it was during afternoon. So we're just chilling, talking about things. Then the lady was like, are you sleeping with your wife? And I sat back and I was like, something is going on between these people. Who is she? He said, no, she's just a friend. I came with him. I came with her, so she's just a friend, nothing else.
So she called your phone?
Yes, asking for your
husband.
Actually,
so where did she get your numbers?
My husband gave her my phone number.
Okay.
So that's where trouble actually started. So his behavior was something else. And then I heard rumors during that time that he was dating his cousin. Maybe our home was the first home, second home, and third home. So it was like a family settling home. So my young father-in-law and another father-in-law, kind of, so there were like 6 row homes, different homes, but as a family. So I said, okay, I heard the rumors and I was like, no way, he can't be dating his cousin. Then around January 2012, we had a fight again about this lady who called, and he ended up raising his hand on me. It was his first time. He took a shambok, shambok, and he did beat me. That's where I saw that, my life is in danger, actually.
At that time, how old were you?
I was 15, turning 16. Yeah, I was 15, actually. So when everything happened, I called my mom, and I said, Mama, I can't stay here. This person is starting to abuse me. What should I do? And my mom was like, my situation at home, my baby. I can't say you can come back. If it was me, I was going to accept you and be there for you and your child. But my hands are tied up. You did. So just be strong. I'll keep you in my prayers. So I knew my mom is a warrior. She's a fighter. She's been through a lot. So I said, okay. And I called, actually I went to my father-in-law and I said, you know what, this guy is abusing me. So he said, you know what, I'll sit down with him and talk to him. Definitely he did, because he also saw his action towards everything. So he went back, I think it was end of June 2012. He came back to South Africa. He left me home. So I started to lose weight, asking myself what really happened. My dad turned his life against me. So now I have only my mom who understands me. So what should I do? Around March, not April, March 2012, he came back.
Your husband?
Yeah, he came back without letting me know. Then he said, I'm here to apologize for what I did recently, like in January, actually. I said, okay, it's okay if you're apologizing, but please don't lay your hand on me. And he was like, no, I won't do it again. So I said, okay, can I ask you a favor? My daughter is turning 4 in May. So is it fine if we can come to South Africa around that time so that my daughter will celebrate her birthday, 4th birthday here in South Africa? And he was like, no problem. So I came around April, this side, 2012. When I got here, about a week or so, I started to notice that he was getting like strange calls from different people, and he didn't have our time. He was all over the place. He will go to work and spend maybe 2 hours. After work, he will come, and he also not providing financially to everything. So I had a friend, she's now a lawyer. She was studying law by that time. So she said to me, you know what, start looking for a job. I think she knew what was going on. So she said, you should start looking for a job. I remember I went to Cresta Mall because we were staying at Cresta. So I went to Cresta Mall and I met a vendor lady. She said to me, you know what, I can help you because my husband loved to travel a lot. She was married to a white guy. She said, oh, okay, you can help me from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every week. Then she was paying me a good salary, I don't want to lie, and she was so helping a lot. She understood my situation. So she bought me a new phone. She said, because you don't have a phone where I can communicate with you, sometimes I will need you maybe Tuesday or even Thursday. So rather have a new phone. So she bought a new phone for me. And I went back home on that day when she bought me a phone. I showed my phone to my husband. I said, okay, now I have a new phone. And he said, do you mind if we can swap the phones? Because I've already downloaded Facebook and stuff. I didn't know the Facebook and was it Mixed or during that time. So I was like, okay, I've already joined my Facebook. I'm new to Facebook, so it's okay. We can exchange phones. So I took his phone, he took mine. Unfortunately, he forgot to log out to his Facebook account. So before that, I remember calling his cousin, the one that people were gossiping about. I said, you know what, I know that you know how to blend. So can you please come and blend my hair? She agreed. And it was cold on that day. I remember my friend, the lawyer friend, she was looking at us because we were downstairs. So she was like, Mandy, I hate you. She shouted at me because I was with that cousin. So I borrowed her my jacket and I was with my daughter. I remember my daughter is 4 years old at that time. So she said, Mandy, I hate you. I said, but what did I do to you? She was shouting. She said, no, don't talk to me. I hate you. But I knew that my friend was not going to say she hates me without any reason. So I went to my place with his cousin that he was dating. So
did you know that he was dating?
No,
at that
no,
okay, you didn't
no.
know. Okay.
Because I knew that definitely they were cousins. So there was no way that he was going to date his cousin.
Yeah.
So we went to the house. She started blending my hair because I knew my husband had a laptop. So the password was my daughter's name. So I said to her, can you please pass the laptop to me? I want to play music while we're busy blending my hair. She was like, no problem. I'll put the password. I know the password. And I was like, how do you know my password? How? She said, no, because he's my cousin, so I know the password. I said, okay, no problem. So later on, I went to see my friend, my lawyer friend, and I said, why did you shout at me? Did I do anything wrong? She was like, no, one day we'll find out. After after 2 weeks, when we exchanged phones, then I tried to log into my account, my Facebook account. So I noticed that his account
was still logged in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I went to my friend again and I said, how to log in to my account, because I don't know all these things. I'm new to it. So she was like, finally, today we'll find the truth. So give me the phone. I will show you. Then she said to me, go to his inbox. I went to his inbox. There were like 3 girlfriends, different girlfriends. And that one, his cousin, she didn't put her like full body picture. She just shoot the half of the body and put it as her profile picture. And I was like, but this one, she saved her name as Semi instead of Tabo. So who's this? She was like, you are about to find out. And I was like, actually, what's going on? Then she said, my friend, my lawyer friend, she said, just take all these numbers, their contact, and call them. So I called the first one. She said, no, when you are not a wife material, your husband told us that you were like ulahlelwe. So he didn't.
Like
yeah.
they threw you at him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you were not married. You are not married. Actually, your parents forced you. So I was like, okay. Then I called the second one. The second was like, I'm pregnant. So he's my husband, not yours. So he's there only to support his daughter, not you. I was like, okay, no problem. I called the third one, his cousin. So when I called the third one, you see, when someone saved your number, you can tell by speaking to them. When she answered the call, she was like, hey, Mandy. Actually, she said, hey, Mama Vanessa, because my daughter is Vanessa. She was like, hey, Mama Vanessa. I was like, damn, it's you. because I can hear the voice. It's you. Are you dating my husband? She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I got angry and I threw the phone at the wall. So I was like, you know what? This is too much. I can't take it anymore. And I spoke to my friend, and she was like, do you remember the other day when I shouted at you? Because that moment when you were with her, I didn't like it, because I knew that she was sleeping with your husband all the time in your bed.
When you were in Zim?
Yes.
Wow.
So I was like, okay. So I tried to call his family members, telling them what happened. They were not hands-on on the situation. And he had a sister, older sister. So I called her or his sister, like, your brother is doing this and that to me, and I don't like it. Actually, on that day, we had a fight about his cousin. He did beat me, like my chest was like this. And my face was like, I couldn't even recognize myself. I was like, yo, this is too much. And my dad was here. So I called him. He was like, fix your mess. I won't fix it for you, because I send you to school not to go and make babies. So it's your situation. Fix yourself. I'm not getting involved. I was like, okay, no problem. I have nowhere to go now. I don't have money. Like, my money, I was taking care of all the things in the house, also helping him to pay rent. So his money, he used to spend it with his girlfriend, different girlfriends. So I was like, okay, I think 2000 and so I stayed with him, even though he was abusing me. 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, he was still doing the same, beating me, changing girlfriends like his underwears. And girlfriends will call me and shout at me, tell me how useless I am. Different girlfriends, neighborhood girlfriends, the people that I knew. So 2015, we moved to Cosmo City. So he dated a petty girl. So that girl, she didn't know that the guy was staying with me. So when I got her number, I was like, no, I'm not fighting with you. I'm just letting you know that you are dating a monster. So it's up to you if you want to stay with him. But I want to at least warn you. So she was like, thank you for letting me know. This guy didn't tell me anything about you. He just told me that he had a daughter. But he's not married. He doesn't have girlfriend. But he's staying with his daughter. Because when now you dumped your daughter. I was like, okay, no problem. So time goes on. I think a week or after a week, I got a call from that girl. She said, actually, she called me with my husband's phone. She said to me, I'm with your husband, so your husband chose me over you. So it's up to you. Right now, I'm not going anywhere because he already proposed to me. So it's up to you if you stay or you leave. Actually, I'm pregnant. I'm 2 weeks pregnant. So it's up to you. Actually, your husband has already met with my family members. So it's up to you.
So this means this was a second girl that is falling pregnant.
Pregnant, yes.
Wow.
So I stayed. Actually, I went to my landlord and I said, she was I think Sutu lady. She said to me, you know what, my girl, I feel sorry for you. If you want to move out of that house, you can come and stay with me for your peace of mind. And I was like, no, I will stay here. And he called me around 7 p.m. on that day. He said to me, pack your bags and go. And I was like, but I have a child. She's now 5 years, I think 5 to 6 years. So what should I do? I don't have any way to go. So that's where I called my aunt, my mom's half sister.
The one that was married to your
No,
dad?
no.
Or another one?
Another one, yeah.
Okay.
So I called her and she was there for me actually. She took me in and she treated me like her daughter and also taking care of my daughter. So we stayed there until he sent his family member to come and apologize. And I was like, you know what, I can't stay with my aunt forever. So I'll have to face my consequences and go back to him. I went back to him, then we moved to Johannesburg, Uval.
And then what happened to that other lady?
He was still dating him. So we moved to Uval. He used to beat me there in front of my daughter. Now my daughter is going to school. I'm paying the school fees, paying for transport, buying clothes. Yeah, now the only thing he would do is to run after girls. I don't know how many girls. So we stayed there, and then 2016 we moved to Beria. So we got a flat in Beria. So we stayed there. That's where I started to feel like killing myself, because I attempted to kill myself more than three times. I remember the first time I went to a balcony where I wanted to throw myself from 12th floor. And my daughter was busy playing with her toys, and then she shouted at me and said, "Mama, what are you trying to do? What are you looking at?" And I was like, I can't do it. Because if I do this, then what about my daughter? So I went back and cried, and I stayed there. I was like, you know what? I have to strong for my daughter. The second time, he threw my clothes outside the house. So I went to the guy who was looking after the flat. So I went to him. I said, I need a place to stay. What should I do? He said, I can't help you, but I can help you with food. So I decided to call his sister. I went to his sister. I explained the situation. His sister, actually, she used to take her brother's side. She never corrected him or tell him that
You are wrong.
you are wrong. So he used to get a lot of compliments from his family members, whereby they will tell, you can't be controlled by a lady.
Was it the breadwinner? Did you used to give them money?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not really. He was just taking care of himself. Actually, I can't say his family, because he was taking care of his girlfriends and himself, not even his child. So I was the one who was taking care of my daughter, sending her to school. So I went to his sister. I slept there. So I went back the following day, back home, because they told him to take us back. So we went back home. His uncle was like, you know what? You can't keep on doing this to this lady, because she's been there and you are the one who damaged her life. You should take care of her and your daughter. He was like, no, this lady is rude and stuff, so I can't take care of, and actually I want to marry someone else. So by then, he was also dating someone else. I went back. So other day we had a fight around, I don't know which month, but during that period of 2016, we had a fight, and I remember grabbing a knife. And I was like, it's either you die or I die. So you choose. Because right now I'm fed up. I don't know what to do. You are busy roaming around, like sharing your body with a lot of people. So I can't take it anymore. So he was like, you know what, let's not go there. Better pack your clothes and leave. That's where I took my daughter and my bag, I left. 2016, that's where we finally got divorced. And I never told anyone, like my family members and his family member, I never told anyone. I was like, let me just move on with my life. That's where I moved on, and life got better and better because I was working, taking care of my daughter and everything. But from that moment, he never helped me with anything towards my daughter.
Was he helping with his other children?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. So around 2021, I think I was working at 4 Ways. So I wasn't financially stable because transport was a load, because I was at Douglasdale side. So I used to take 2 taxis and paying my rent, taking care of my daughter, sending her to, because she's attending private school. Every month I'm paying like $1,000. So I called him to assist on that particular month. I said, can you please help me on with amount of, let's say, 1,000 rand to sort out my daughter's issue, because she was sent off from school because she didn't pay. He said, I will help. Then nothing happened. And I was like, okay, let me call his sister again. I called her. I said, you know what, please help me. Talk to your brother. Explain that I'm struggling. At least I want him to meet me halfway. Even if he can send 200, it makes a difference, because I'm staying with a teenager at home. She needs toiletries, everything, like everything. It's a lot. It's a lot to raise a child alone.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what, actually she said, you know what, I can't help you on this. The only thing that I can step on is when my brother passed away. So that's where I can step in.
Now, obviously, fast forward, does your baby daddy support your child right now?
No.
Does he have a relationship with her?
No.
You did talk about your mom. Where is she?
For now, it's a complicated issue, because she left home a month ago. We don't know where she is, but I still communicate with her. She said she doesn't want to share her location because of some certain issues that she's facing with my dad. And I'm in the middle whereby my dad is forcing me to take sides.
But, I mean, your dad basically disowned you when you were 14. Do you still want a relationship with your dad?
I do have a relationship with him.
You have a relationship with him now? Does he help you out sometimes? Do you guys meet? Have you ever, do you meet and sit? Do you visit him?
Now he's at home because he's old. He's nearly 60 years.
Okay.
So he's old, he's at home. Actually, he lost both wives. My aunt left, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. And my mom was still there, because my mom was here last year. She was staying with me for a month, then she went back home. That's where I think things started to accumulate to another level with my dad, because my dad is an abusive father. I don't want to lie. I don't like his actions. I love him a lot. He's my father. Actually, I think his actions, to stand up for myself and know who I am or where I'm coming from. So yeah, I'm still communicating with him, sharing my story, my lows and happy days. And he also had a good relationship with my daughter.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that is good.
Yeah.
So right now you don't have a relationship with your baby daddy?
No,
or your
not at all.
ex-husband?
Actually, he called me not yesterday, a day before yesterday, he called me. And he was like, because he called 2 months ago, he said he wanted to talk to his daughter. And I was like, okay, let me first talk to your daughter and see if she wants to talk to you.
That was after how many years?
I don't know how many years. I think maybe more than 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my daughter was like, no, these people are using me. I don't want any relationship with them, because they don't even call to check up on me. So I don't want anything to do with them. And I was like, okay, I respect your decision, because she's now a teenager. 16 years is not a joke.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, but he is still your father. Some way, somehow, you need to make amends and to talk to each other. She was like, no, I'm willing to talk to him if he's willing to change his ways. I'm not saying he should support me financially, but I want him to be there to check up on me, to see how I am coping. I'm not asking for much. So I said, okay, no problem. That was 2 months ago when he spoke to his daughter, and he asked him what size, shoe size is she wearing, what clothes does she likes, stuff like that. And she told him, but he never did that. He just disappeared. Then a day before yesterday, he called me. He said to me, I had a bad dream about my daughter. Is she fine? And I was like, actually, I have the recordings on my phone, and even the messages and stuff. I was like, actually, you are taking me for a fool. Because you can't just disappear and come and tell me you had a dream about my daughter. Even if that dream happens or it's happening to my daughter, uyosiza ngani?
Yeah.
What
How
are you going
gonna
to
help?
Exactly, because you are useless. Actually, uyafana nomuntu ofile.
It's just like a dead
A
person.
dead person. So he was like, you are rude. The reason why I'm not involved with my daughter is because you are rude. And I was like, no. Is she rude or ulwa nami just because I'm rude? Because I don't think umuntu normally can say I'm running away from my kids just because their mother or their father is doing this and that. As a parent, you should step in.
Yeah, it's
in
your
such
responsibility.
situations. Yeah, so you can't tell me that you are running away just because I'm rude. I'm rude because I have reasons to be rude.
Yeah.
So you can't just come and tell me that you had a bad dream instead of trying to solve the issue and say, I'm sorry, because that guy never came and say, I'm sorry for my actions. No one ever came, even my father, he never, because I remember I had a conversation with my dad and I was like, Dad, do you know how damage you caused in my life? You never said sorry about sending me to the hell. Actually, you sent me to hell. And he was like, I'm showing you tough love. And I was like, what are you talking about? Tough love, or you were sending me straight to my grave? Because that's what you did. I almost killed myself 3 times. Where were you? You are not even helping me. The guy was like abusing me in front of everyone. Everyone knows my story. They talk about my story. So that's where I decided to come up with my story, and so that it can help other people who are watching or going through that phase. Because, I still do believe that there are parents like my dad who are abusing their kids and stuff. And I also believe that there are kids who are also misbehaving. So, yeah.
What advice would you give to someone that is in the situation that you were in a few years ago, whilst you were still with him being abused and everything?
Run. Never look back. Run. And I know ukuthi kunabantu besifazane who abaku situation whereby they are being abused and bayakhona ukubekezela. There's no point of staying. Just pull up your socks and stand still. Be you, do you.
Yeah.
That's what I can say.
You did mention that you now live a comfortable life. And I think that, your story is obviously also just motivational to those that are out there and maybe they're in a situation where you are at and they just feel like, I don't see a way out of this. So thank you so much for coming here and sharing your story. I really honestly do appreciate it. And I do think that, I'm going to have ninjas out there that will also appreciate your story. And I think that obviously, if you guys heard, the basic core of this, when you were talking, is basically to say that when it's tough, leave. Because staying is not really going to help you.
No, it's not going to help you at all.
And I think that maybe one message that I can actually say is that to parents out there, tough love, there's a very thin line between tough love and literal hate. Because I know that there are certain parents that believe in, tough love, and anytime you talk and say the damage they've done in your life, they talk about, but look at you now, you are successful, you've made it, which means I did a good job. No, you traumatize us.
And actually, abazali, they should stop beating their wives in front of the kids, because
they should stop beating their wives, period.
Yes, because it does damage impilo yengane. Ingane ikhula ikhubazekile, ina that image eyibonile, inenzondo, and it's not nice.
Yeah.
I've been there, so
yeah. But anyway, ninjas, man, just to maybe interpret, she was basically saying that parents should not beat their wives, especially in front of the kids, because that actually does damage them, which is the truth. And I think that if you're a woman that is being beaten, to protect your kids, please make sure that you actually leave. But anyway, ninjas, from me, Owamie, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much, Mindy, for coming in and sharing your story.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, man, we're gonna see you guys on the next episode of To Hell and Back. Bye.